Guys, it's Finch here. We're here with I told some people I'd do a video for the start of World Cup. I've been on kind of a YouTube hiatus lately, I guess. I mean, I never really committed to consistently uploading, but then I started that Black and White series, and I haven't quite finished it yet. I mean, the full disclosure, the end of the semester just got really hectic for me between social life and academics especially, and also some commitments on here that were my priorities, such as tournaments. It just got hard to find time where not only could I upload, but I also had peace and quiet of mind and what's around me and whatnot. So it wasn't worth it. Over the summer, I'm gonna have a bit more time, hopefully. Kind of just settling in now. It's my first full week home. It's Monday actually. The Pairings World Cup just went up. Really exciting. 20th is today, and hoping to get this video up later today. Actually, probably post it in the thread too. But yeah, no, I'm very excited for the World Cup and also for the remaining games in Smog Tour. I'm in the final 8 of that. I play Luigi this week, so I'm hoping for a good set. Cool dude. I've not really played him a ton before, but I've seen him, and I know he's made Smog Tour a couple times. Been in SPL, been in World Cup. I think he was even in this past Snakes. He's definitely a competent opponent, and I'm hoping for a good series. Unfortunately, the overall field is kind of watered down now. ABR, BKC, and McMegan and Ante all lost yesterday, which is quite unfortunate. I view all 4 of them as very strong competitors. However, some really great players like Sol Winder still left, and on my side of the bracket, I get Luigi this round, and then the winner of Bro Kappa and Ima if I advance past Luigi next round. And if I beat both of those, then I do get to advance to the finals where I can play someone like Sol Winder, perhaps one of his opponents. Could be Gondra, who he's playing this round, I believe. X-Ray is still in it. Santu as well. I'm trying to think who else I'm missing. I think I'm missing like 2 people. Crap. Maybe that's it. I probably am forgetting people. Sorry. But without further ado, I'm going to get into the pairings. I'm probably going to do all the tiers, although honestly, I wouldn't blame you at all if you didn't watch past like DPP. I know SM and Black and White very well. I know Oras and DPP fairly well. I mean, ADV I'm getting into more and more, but the player base obviously isn't something that I would call something I have like expertise over. There are people that know ADV better than I do, of course. And same for GSC and RBY. Although I'm very excited to see all the generations besides RBY. RBY I'm kind of indifferent towards. It can be fun, but as someone who's like watching my teammate, it's very nerve-wracking. Yeah. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into this. The first SM group is really cool. I like it off the bat. Sidumas, Lopany Kicks, Swappa, and TDK. Honestly, 4 SPL level players, all of them very competent in their own right. I think TDK is probably the best overall player of the 4, and I think you could have made an argument for Sidumas prior to SPL, but TDK, while he's not necessarily as well versed in SM as you'd like for someone to kind of be your SM anchor to be, admittedly, he's been taking some months off. I know he's probably getting back in form for World Cup. He's definitely going to try. He's not one to skimp out on the effort, I would say, especially in these settings. Regardless of that, sorry, just was making sure that wasn't the garage at my house opening, so I have to stop recording temporarily. But yeah, anyway, so TDK is probably my favorite in this group because despite the relative inexperience, I think that he's just very adaptable as a player. I mean, he plays all these tiers and he does pretty well in them. But I think that actually Lopany Kicks would be my second as opposed to Sidumas, which is a really tough draw for Sidumas on the franchise side. Lopany Kicks did great, and Snake did pretty well in SPL, especially when he was in SM and not fucking Black-White in playoffs, which I feel like was a misfit for him. He just wasn't ready to move on to a totally different generation like that. He's still a newer player, and he also had a really respectable run in the official Smogon tournament OST. Made it all the way to the finals, where he took Ben Gay to Game 3. Interesting set. But yeah, no, Lopany Kicks is someone I personally rate highly. I think sometimes he makes, I guess, rushed plays, but he also has a very good knack for what the right play is and when to go aggressive, when to go passive. So I think him against TDK and him against Sidumas can be really good games. I think against Swappa, it's not necessarily going to be a bad game either. In fact, I think Swappa is underrated. I think Swappa can definitely pull off a win in this pool. Not sure who against quite yet. Honestly, depends on teams. I don't know if he's going to be able to go positive, unfortunately, which I think he would be able to in an average pool. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to go undefeated. I think that TDK is going to go 2-1. Yeah, I think TDK goes 2-1. Lopany Kicks probably goes 2-1. Sidumas 1-2 and Swappa 1-2. Probably. I could see Sea-Doo going 2-1 and Swappa 0-3-2. But again, it really depends on what form Sea-Doo is in. So if he's in like last World Cup form, then he did pretty damn well. However, if he's in SPL form still, then that's kind of unfortunate. He didn't really look like himself in SPL. So yeah, I feel like this is probably one of the best, if not the best, SM groups. Another SM group that's quite good, I'd say, is right here, but we'll get into that a bit later. I think that this one's better than that. SM1 is better than 4, that is. But yeah, no, I think this is going to lead to a lot of good games. Very interested to see what TDK ends up using. I feel like Pseudomax is just going to use kind of some generic French, like, bulky offense or balanced teams, and that's fine. You can't really go wrong with those teams. They're really consistent, and I like that a lot of the French players like Pseudomax, Ojama, Sakri tend to use them. I think that lends a lot to their success, and I think that that's going to help him win over someone like Swappa if he plays more in his element. But can't say that I'm like overconfident in Pseudomax or even in TDK just because it's not really his element quite yet. But I think that TDK is just adaptable enough to make it work. And so yeah, I'm expecting like a 2-1 or 3-0 from TDK, 2-1, 1-2 from Pseudomax, 2-1 probably from Lovely Kicks, but I could see 1-2 before 3-0, and then 1-2 or maybe 0-3 from Zop. But I think he's going to get a win. He's good enough to get a win, but despite this being the pool of death pretty much. Yeah, so let's go down. Now we've got Axel, X-Ray, Schneider, and Zden. Also a nice pool, I would say. I'm not too fond of X-Ray and SM, honestly, but he did pull off a win against Anti or Kratos Mana in Smagon Tour yesterday. And he's kind of, unfortunately, otherwise been pretty pedestrian in the metagame. He did pull off a win in the first round of Smog Tour 26 playoffs. However, he did lose to me in round 2, although that was a game like riddled with like 50-50s and close. That was a ridiculously close game with X-Ray that had an SM, so definitely props to him. But he struggled in Snake 2 and SM, which definitely showed. But yeah, no, X-Ray's been more solid as of late, and I think his SM isn't bad. But I think that Axel, it's hard to say because like Axel could be in great form and then dominate. He's got a really high ceiling, but he could just be kind of moping around inactive, in which case he's not going to do particularly well. But he's a good player. Definitely someone you won't want to count out. So anyway, I'm going to say on top of that, Schneider is decent. I think he's still getting better. I think sometimes he kind of falls into the wrong patterns as a player, and that could hold him back in the long haul. However, if he kind of takes his time and puts a good mindset in every single turn and just really lays the game out for himself, then I know he's got potential to do well. Schneider's not a bad player. And Zidane, I'm less familiar with, but I think he's kind of average. Definitely a capable player, and I've seen some cool teams from him, but I've also seen some less than ideal shit. And I think that his team LA, honestly, in general, it kind of sums him up. They just don't really stand out a ton anymore, especially with Pasha kind of being watered down now. And I think Pasha is fucking fantastic, but I think he's still kind of struggling to get back into his peak form. So I don't really know who the leader is on that team. That's kind of what I'm worried about. And I like a lot of the dudes. I love most of the dudes in that team. They're really cool. Like Hands and Pacho and Leo. But yeah, no, I don't know about like the rest of the team. I just Zidane. I don't think he's gonna be strong enough to beat any of these guys, but I think he's got an okay shot at maybe taking a game against Axel or Schneider. If Schneider isn't on his game that day or Axel's like inactive still. But yeah, I mean I'd probably assume 1 or 2 or 3 from him. I'd probably assume X-Ray goes 2-1. X-Ray's good, but I just don't think he's that complete of an SM player to say he's going to go 3-0 yet, but he's definitely the best current player in this pool, I would say. Axel, it really depends. He could go 3-0 if he's on fire. He could go 1-2 if he's kind of out of it still. So I'm going to leave that kind of as a question mark. I'd expect 1-2 or 2-1, though. And Schneider, I'd probably 2-1, 1-2 as well. Solid player, but still on the inexperienced side of things, no doubt about it. But he's a smart guy. I think he'll adjust and he'll become a mainstay sooner rather than later in the tournament community. Oh, nothing really. Anyway, Twixtree, Tala, P2, and Chill Shadow. This is another SM pool. Chill Shadow lost to some really bizarre Pukamuku stall in the tiebreak, and I guess that was kind of concerning, but let's just pretend it didn't happen. Excuse me. Anyway, so it looks as if It's a pretty average group. Twixtree is someone that you don't want to underrate. I played him in Smack Tour recently, and he's had some really impressive wins, admittedly. He also had some low lows, and I think some of them showed in our series, just like a couple cracks. Like he didn't trap my Latios with the Scarf Tar in an ORS game, which personally I thought was the play. Maybe he felt differently because he wanted to preserve it for Weavile Ice Crash because he didn't have an ice resist. I don't know. It was a hard matchup for him anyway. But he's definitely a solid player. I think SM and Black White are his best years. I'm not sure which he's better in, but he's definitely a solid player. I'm just not sure if he's necessarily good enough to compete with people who have a bit more experience and SPL kind of under the belt. Albeit none of these are really standout performers. The closest any of them have been to standout performers is during Chill Shadow's debut SPL. He had a really good ORAS showing. And admittedly, I think that he is capable in ORAS, but I think he's kind of faltered since then. He never really stood out in RU. Either he's had one or two good tournaments maybe, but never really like been a top tier. And that's a tier with a lower skill requirement than SMOU, I would say, given the player base. But I mean, this pool isn't very threatening. Ala is someone who, again, I think is a really good guy, and I think his builds are on point. But I don't know, his play kind of leaves me with a bit to be desired. I thought he was thrown into Snake and SPL a bit too prematurely. In Snake, he managed to pull 2-2, although it wasn't the most impressive 2-2. But in SPL, it kind of showed he still could use a bit more experience, a bit more exposure to the level playing field. He did beat me, but I really fucked up that game. I'm never going to let that down for myself either. I always want to improve, so I'm going to keep that in mind. But, Tala isn't bad. Not at all. No. But I just don't think he's great either. So I think it's hard to say that he's, like, a strong favorite, but, like, he's the best SM player in this pool. And I think P2 is kind of middle of the pack in this pool. Can be good, but kind of average, bit above average, I'd say. So yeah, I'm expecting Tala to go 2-1. And I'll say Twixtree to go 1-2 just because he's been an inexperienced side. But then between P2 and Jill Shadow, I think both of them probably end up going 2-1, 1-2 themselves. It's a pretty close pool, all things considered. But I think I'd probably favor Chill Shadow over P2 just because Chill Shadow's actually been around. P2 took a while off for the ban, but I don't know how much familiarity he has with SMOU. I know he's pretty active now, though, so that's that. Chill Shadow definitely isn't someone that count out, I'd say. Anyway, next group is a group of my teammates. We got Vorgadal, Rob Jr., Tamahome, and Valentine. I happen to like Tamahome and Rob Jr. a lot. Rob's my teammate, though, so I can't really say a ton on him. But just going to the others, Vorgadal, not a bad player, but I don't know if he's necessarily up to speed quite yet. I'm not really sure what support he has in general. They're kind of hesitant to say he's going to do well, but I'm definitely interested in what he brings. Tamahome, obviously one of the best players out there, may very well be one of the best players of all time. Diverse, not the most versatile in SM. I know he uses other teams. It's probably going to be a bit more hard hitter heavy if I had to guess, but yeah, we'll see. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. During Snake 1, it was between me and EO. Pretty much fed him teams, and it worked well. He went 7-2 or 6-3. But no hiding the fact he's not necessarily the most individually competent. But I know he could come up to speed pretty quickly. He's a very adaptable player. And Valentine's not bad. He did pretty well in SPL, I think, actually. But he's kind of cheesy, kind of really offensive. So definitely playing a risky game. We'll have to wait and see. I'd love to see him try and stall. That would be kind of funny. Wes should definitely do that. Take my advice, Wes. Have him stall Vorgadal or Tamahome. Have him stall Rob Jr. It's my boy. Don't stall Rob Jr. Nah, but that would be funny to see. Anyway, now we got another group. Evito, my boy. Ultra Balls, the ice guy. Essence and FMG. I like a lot of these guys, actually. I don't know Essence, but the other three I like as players. But yeah, no, Evito I don't know personally very well, but he's got such a cool, unique style. Really kind of been showing it off between OST and Smog Tour. He's kind of finally breaking out as a player, too. I know he's been around, but excuse me, no, but Evito's real fire, though. I got some unstated appreciation for that dude. Ultra Balls, got a bit of an attitude. Then he's kind of been putting a target on his back. So I'm kind of interested to see if these guys kind of want to gang up on them. But no, I mean, Ultra Balls is a good player. Definitely shown his true level of skill in recent tournaments such as SPL. Definitely not something to be under. In fact, I think I might even favor him against FMG. Honestly, I think that's a really close game. But FMG's been struggling lately. Um, and to be honest, I think Ultra Balls will go 2-1 in this group for sure. I think he splits a V2 FMG and he beats Essence. And Essence, I don't really know anything about again. These OCN dudes, I'm sorry, I'm just unfamiliar. I don't think he's going to be very great. I didn't think he did well last year, but you can correct me if I'm wrong on that. And FMG, strong SPL, but kind of been faltering since then. I don't know. FMG could do well, or he could kind of choke under pressure. It really depends on what his mind's at. I'm hoping for him to do well. He's my boy. Excuse me. My phone again. Oh, sorry. Alright, well, anyway, I'm gonna go with Vito going. You know what? I think FMG is struggling. I'm gonna go with Vito 2-1, Ultra Balls 2-1, Essence. See, maybe there's gonna be a 3-0. Maybe one of Vito or Ultra Balls goes 3-0, Essence goes 0-3, and FMG goes 1-2, and the other one of the Vito Ultra Balls goes 2-1. But it could just be both Vito Ultra Balls 2-1, Essence FMG 1-2. We'll see. I still have faith that FMG might turn around because I know he's capable of doing better than that. So we'll see. All right, Zachary, Spectier, my boy ABR, my teammate, and one true Lycan. Zachary's pretty solid all around. I think that he's definitely the second best player in this pool behind my boy ABR. I'm not going to predict ABR because he's my teammate, of course. So yeah, I'd say Zachary's favored against Spectier and one true Lycan, but the one true Lycan game's pretty close. 1TL is not a bad player by any means. Had a bit of a rough SPL and SM. He did manage to pull a couple wins, but I feel like he's kind of streaky. He's definitely a really capable, especially offensive player, and I'm really curious to see what he uses. I think his teams are interesting, but I just don't know if he was able to put it all together in SPL. And I don't know if he'll be able to do it under the environment of UK either. I know they're really tight, so I hope so for his own sake. I like a lot of the guys in UK, so that'd be cool to see 1TL do well. Of course, if it didn't mean beating my guy ABR, but regardless of that, no, it should be some close games. Not too high in Spectre as a player. Used to be pretty friendly with him, but I don't know. I think that he kind of struggles to beat higher level players, and unfortunately, he's got a pool that's pretty strong, 3 SPL level players. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Definitely want to see Zachary's game, so I love the teams he uses. A lot of nice, consistent, bulky offensive and balanced teams, so that should be good. Moving on beyond that, we've got Mancy, Krang, and Empo, and Mysterious M. Oh boy. I'm going to pause for a sec. Just got some Discord notifications, and I'll get back to this in a moment. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. So yeah, let's get to this Mency, Krang, Empo, Mysterious M group. It's pretty cool seeing Krang, Bengay against Empo. I think that's a really high level round one game. Both been doing well. SPL. Empo had individual success in the past. I believe he's the Smogon champion winner. Yeah. And he won the Aura circuit. That's cool. But this isn't Auras. Anyway, Krang finally won his individual OST. Congratulations, man. Been a picture of consistency over the last couple of years. In Auras, into SM. I think he's kind of a clown, but I got respect for the dude, no doubt. Definitely a high level player and builder. Oh shit, did I close it? No, okay, good. And then Mency, I don't know. Speak of clowns, this guy thinks he's the GOAT, but is he really? I don't think so. I don't think so at all, honestly. I think he's kind of okay, but like, I don't think his rain team is any good. By the way, I think that's fucking inferior rain team. But he called himself the GOAT, and I don't like how he talks, man. That's my thing. And that's just full disclosure, honesty. Like, I just don't like how he talks. But nah, I mean, I think Germany's got some cool dudes, though, no doubt about it. But I can't say that I like the chances against Krang and Empo. But Mysterious Sam, a really nice dude. But I don't know if he's up to speed with these three. I think he's probably gonna go 3, maybe 1-2. But I think Bengay wins the pool. I think Bengay goes 3-0, but he could go 2-1. Empo goes 2-1, but he could go 3-0. Mency goes 1-2. Mysterious Sam goes 0-3. Yeah. Now we've got one of the most bland pedestrian pools in the history of ever. Lighthouses JRDN, Jardum, and Fruit Dealer. Who is Jardum? Fuck, I don't know. 2016 join date. Got 104 posts with only 105 likes / reacts. No clue. No clue who this guy is. I don't know what team he is on. Hold up. Let's check this bitch out. Postings. He won for S Tour round 1. That's cool. You can't see that one good games. Looks like he's Spanish. What's his World Cup sign up say? Hold the phone. Looks like he joined Smog Tour. Oh, he's in Spain. Alright, who liked this post? So some guys know who he is. Alright. Oh shit, my boy Gary Oak, is he alive? Nah, he's still dead. That sucks. Alright. Oh well, that's unfortunate. I love Gary Oak. I wish he was starting. I guess Jardim's starting over him. Maybe that makes some sense. I don't think I recall Jardim in the lineup, so. Anyway, yeah, no, so that's the group. Lighthouses, JRDN, Jardam, and Fruit Dealer. Again, I don't really know how Jardim is as a player at all, as you probably tell. I know JRDN, Fruit Dealer, and Lighthouses, though. JRDN is okay. Not really bad, but he's really inexperienced. I think he kind of struggles to stand out in a field like World Cup, but this pool might just be his saving grace. He can beat any of these guys for sure. I'm kind of expecting him to go 1-2 still, but I could definitely see 2-1. Fruit Dealer and Lighthouses are probably the favorites in this group because just their experience. Fruit Dealer played in World Cup for years. Lighthouses World Cup SPL for years. Lighthouses has always been kind of disappointing, but he's been around. And Fruit Dealer has nice individual runs in OST too. I don't rate Fruit Dealer very high, but I think he's good enough to where he kind of can navigate his way to victory with some pretty interesting squads. I think he probably goes 2-1. I think Lighthouse probably goes like 2-1 or 3-0. I think Lighthouse is like my slight favorite in this group. JRDN, 2-1 or 1-2. And Jardim, I'm just gonna say goes winless because I don't know him. But like maybe he could win, maybe he's good. I don't know. Please show me what you made of, man. Alright, there are 20? No, there are 16. Okay, so we're already over halfway through SM. That's good. That's good. Not trying to take forever in all these groups. Next one we've got Gandra. Oh, this is the fire group. Gandra, Mincemeat, Sakis, and Mincemeat. Which is just mincemeat without vowels. So they have to play, which I kind of find to be hilarious. The mincemeat and MNCMT game. I think mincemeat is probably my favorite in this group, but Gandra is probably right there. Honestly, Gandra might very well go 3-0, but I think one of those goes 3-0, one of those goes 2-1. You just have to play each other. Sakis and mincemeat, the winner of those goes 1-2, loser goes 0-3, pretty much. I just think we got two tiers here. I think MNCMT is probably better than Sakis. I don't think Sakis is very good. I think he's a Greek. His avatar just screams ladder player vibes to me, so I'm definitely not picking him. I'd say, if I had to guess, I'd say Gandra 2-1, Mincemeat 3-0, Sakis. People snapping me. Sakis 0-3, and Mincemeat goes goes 1-2. Sorry, my bad. I was just thinking through shit. Next group's a really cool one though. Zamag seems to get all these fucking fire groups in round 1 of World Cup. Go figure. Kickasser, White Queen, Zamag, and Taste Breeze. Taste is not necessarily an unrecognizable name. He played in OLT. He's a pretty good player. He's still developing, no doubt about it, but he's not bad. I could definitely see him taking a game, especially off White Queen. Quite frankly, I think White Queen and Taste combined for 2 wins. I think both go 1-2. I think that one of them pulls an upset, but I think that you know what? I could see Taste going, or I could see the loser of that game going 0-3 maybe, because I think Kickasser can go 3-0, but I think Kickasser is more likely to go 2-1, and then Zamag also goes 2-1, but I could see Kickasser going on 3-0. I could also see Zam dipping to 1-2 or going up to 3-0, especially the latter. But I know he kind of falters in World Cup sometimes. I know World Cup hasn't been his best tour, but he's been playing better lately. I think Zam now is much improved from Zam a year and a half ago. I don't think Zam's bad at all. I think he's pretty good. No doubt about it. But I think he underrates Kickasser. I don't think he rates Kickasser very highly as a player. but I think Kick-Ass is pretty good. So I'm kind of worried about that game for Zom. Might be some like a reality kind of forming event, or maybe he's right, and maybe he can expose Kick-Ass. So we'll see. Definitely excited to see these games. I think this is one of the better SM pools, and I always like watching what Zom and Kick-Ass come up with team wise. Unfortunately, White Queen teams are kind of all over the place. They could be cool though too. Yeah, and Taste probably just gonna use some standard bulky offense, but that's solid. You can't go wrong with that. So definitely, this is one of my favorite groups. I like these guys. No doubt about it. Yeah, I kind of Kick-Ass for like 1, Zamag 1A/2, and then probably White Queen a tad above Taste Breeze, but like it depends on what form he's in. That determines a lot. Yeah. Anyway, Ramboss, Little Big Planet 2, Zora Dark, Brofist. My guy John's in this group. I think Zora Dark's by far the second best player though, and I'm not predicting. So Zora Dark probably going to win these two guys. And I don't know, Ramboss looked kind of bad and sick to me. But Little Big Planet 2 didn't look much better himself either. So I don't know. We'll see. Not really going to say much on those two. I don't know enough. This next group is another really bad group, kind of like Group 8. It's got Ham, Smurf in SM of Voltiers, Ice-T in OU, and JYT Campbell, who's kind of okay. I think JYT might actually be like the second favorite. I think Ice-T is probably favorite just because he's like a good enough player. But I think between Ice-T and JYT Campbell, the winner of that probably is the favorite in this group. It's because both actually play SM tiers routinely and have like played at this stage before. I don't know though. JYT I can't rate too highly, honestly. I picture him more as the ideal sub at this point in his like playing career than like an actual starter. It's hard to say though. Yeah, I'm gonna say that Ice-T, JYT both go like 2-1, and Smurf Ham both go 1-2. Smurf, I just have no clue what to expect in SM. He can be a competent player, but like this is a totally new realm from a totally new generation, and it's so different from the generations he usually plays. And Ham is just kind of okay, not great. Pretty much. Another group with my boy. This one has aim. Right. Not going to comment on aim, obviously, but CKW has some decent individual runs, but he's never really impressed me that much. Nice guy, but I think he's kind of. I think him or Israelis is kind of be the bottom dweller game of this set. Unfortunately, I think Israelis is probably a slight favorite too. And HSA I rate highly, but he could throw away any game, so you can't really invest too much confidence in him either, unfortunately. Yeah, no. Interesting, kind of weird pool. Next one we got Jama, Laz, Trasco, and Eternally. Wow, Ojama versus Eternally. Holy shit. The scooters of the past are imploding. They're fighting. Look at that. But kind of excited to see that. I think Eternally is going to do all right, but I mean, I think Trasco is probably. I'd say Trasco goes 2-1, Ojama goes 3-0, Eternally goes 1-2, Laz goes 0-3. But I could totally see like the 2-1s and the 1-2s flipping. So we'll see. Sorry, just looking at some on Twitter right now, real quick, on my phone. Don't mind me. I don't really know. I think Ojama was clearly the favorite in this group, but Trasco's solid, and Eternally's a good player, but it's just not his element. So anything could happen. This is another cool group, though. This guy right here, John W. That's a threat. You don't want to fuck with John W. Man. This guy goes hard in the paint. I think he's probably. Honestly, I think Gamma is the favorite just because it's a spirit. Like that guy's fire, but I think I have John W going 2-1, which might be a surprise to some people because Hollows and Willfire at least for like in SBL and shit. But now John W, that's my boy. That's a threat right there. You don't want to fuck with John W. So yeah, I mean, I think Hollows is actually kind of going to struggle, unfortunately. Rough draw for him. I think I have Gamma 3-0, John W 2-1, Willfire 1-2, Hollows 0-3. But I could totally see Hollows winning the game, and I could see Willfire going crazy and going 2-1. And I could see John W doing poorly too. I can't see Gamma doing poorly though. Lot of close in proximity to each other these players, but no, I think John W is going to surprise some people. He's going to do well. And now we've got Leo Lax, the Thorn Hayburner. I really think Leo is an underrated player. I like this dude. I mean, he's like one of my friends. I'm biased, obviously, but I think he could give Highburner, hey Burner. I apologize, hey Burner, a run for his money. But I don't know about the other two, man. Lax and Thorn. Those some two established veterans right there. No doubt about it. And Lax has been dominating shit lately. I think kind of hard to say Lax is going to go 3-0 for sure though, because his team choices from West could lead to some variance. But I mean, I'd say if I had to guess, I'd say you go 3-0, Thorn 2-1, and Hayburner and Lax and Leo are kind of on similar levels. But I'd say Hayburner is favorite because of experience. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if Leo won a game or two. That's my boy right there. But yeah, no, this group's pretty strong too in itself. I like this group as well. And unfortunately, it's the last SM group. So let's move on from here. I'm just gonna do up to DPP because there's no point talking about the other gens, man. I just don't know enough. I'm sorry. Um, and I'm running out of time, quite frankly, as well. Whereas one, Ema, Poic, Badummy, and Slimmy Victini. I think there's kind of two ways to separate this. It's like Poic FV tier 1, Badummy, Ema tier 2. Um, excuse me. I think that Badummy is kind of better than Ema and Oras, though. Like, it's kind of his home tier, whereas Ema is kind of all over the place, I guess. And in the Pollock FV, I think FV is a bit better of a player, but I think Pollock's a bit more versed than Oras. But I don't know. I think that's kind of 50-50. I think you kind of pick whoever you favor there. Goes 3-0, other goes 2-1. So, I mean, again, you're just kind of pairing your riches there. And then FV probably goes. I'd say FV probably goes 3-0, but I mean, it could be Pollock. Yeah, no. And then Badummy probably goes 1-2 and Ema 0-3. But I mean, either of them could pull an upsetting anyone, so we'll see. Sorry, it's the morning, so I'm yawning a bit, Wow, what the fuck is this group? Holy, what are both these? Oh my goodness. Who even stands out in this in Oras 3? What the fuck? Okay, well, let's start from here. Nintendo's gonna win this group because his three opponents are Persephone, Zycross, and Le Liliole. And Le Liliole looked really bad against Luigi in Smog and I think this guy's a nice dude. I've seen his posts to see him play. He seems chill, but I'm not. I mean, he didn't look great against Luigi. I gotta admit that. I gotta say that's the case. He used fucking Calm Mind and the Contrary with Trace, and then they got that Crip out, all that shit. It wasn't good. It was a lot of bad and not a lot of good. So it's kind of hard to say. But nah, I mean, not too enthusiastic about that group. I think the Nintendo 3-0s. I played Cycross in one Oras tour, and he's a really fucking awful team. Like, awful. Like, fucking 2014 bullshit ass fuckery. And then he kind of played himself into a bad position. So I don't rate Zycross that highly either, but I don't know Persephone at all. And, like, at least I know Zycross. So I'm going to say that Zycross is, like, fucking second or third best in this pool, despite him being, in my opinion, a weaker player. Man, I don't know what to say. I should fucking skip this pool, man. But nah, I'm already in. These guys ain't good though. Not that they ain't good, but they aren't like conventionally good. Like shit. Like you see names like fucking Poic. You see names like Flame and Victini. Sorry. And you're like, oh shit, these guys can play, man. These guys have been around. Like you don't want to fuck with Poic or FV. They're threats. They're threats. But nah, you see like Zycross, Liliole, Persephone. Like who the fuck are they? Like I'm sure these guys aren't bad, but like, are they good? I don't know, man. And I think that's a pretty distinguishable thing. I mean, I'm overgeneralizing it because I don't really feel like going on like full on philosophical Pokemon mode right now. But nah, hard to say. Honestly, I just think Nintendo's gonna win the group, and this guy, he's gonna get a little redemption because he did qualify for tours, so he gotta be at least decent. This guy's gonna at least win a game. That's my boy right there, Liliola. Yeah, I fuck with it. All right. Next up, we got Lusa, False, Santu, and Altina. Oh my goodness. I actually think Valusa is not bad at Pokemon, which may surprise some people. Because I know a lot of people associate him with like just like bad Mexican dude, but nah, I think he's pretty alright. He's had some bad games before, but nah, I think this guy can play. He's played some really tight games with me before, no doubt. I think Santu is my favorite, but I think I've got Lusa going 2-1, and then False and Altina playing a game where the winner doesn't go 0-3 pretty much. When the loser goes 0-3, winner goes 1-2. So yeah, I think Lusa goes 2-1, Santo goes 3-0, but both could go 2-1. False or Altina have potential to take it, but like neither, like no one in this group is really great. Santi is like the best by a marginal amount, I'd say. All right. Anyway, the next group is my dude, my just stars. So I'm just gonna say Blunder and Neo are both fucking fire, and I don't know who this dude is, but that's all I gotta say. Give me them black and white groups, yes. Finally, I oh these look like garbage too. I time to abort. Let me just say a little thing. In my group, got some fire. Conflict. That's my guy. Been around for a minute. Nah, though. 09 joined at UC. I'm 011, I believe. Yeah. No, we've been around. Pasha, though. That's a new fucker. And so is Bro Kappa. Yeah, fucking 14 join dates. Anyway, wait, why am I? No, move. Oh, fuck, my bad. Anyway, yeah, no, definitely excited for these games. Pasha's been my boy for a minute. I like Conflict, and Bro Kappa's my guy too, you know, so I'm hoping for some close games. Good luck, dudes. No doubt. I hope for some fire. Anyway, Dice, Analytic, Soulwind, and Remedy. I mean, Dice Soulwind is the best black white game, hands down, no note about it. But nah, I mean, I think I favor Soulwind to go 3-0 and Dice go 2-1, but it could go either way. And then I think Remedy is better than Analytic, so I have Remedy go 1-2, Analytic go 3, but I mean, we'll see. Ace 11, Pearl, Oristeros, and Toxin. Toxin. I don't know, Tox. This guy's been around for a minute or two. I mean, yeah, see 2012. Like he played back in like SPL 5, SPL 6 shit though. No, I think he's alright, Tox, but he's kind of washed now probably. Same with Aristros, man. He was fire in like World Cup. That was like 2011, man. Like shit. Solar prominence. This guy was a ladder fiend, man. We used to play. We used to chill. Probably doesn't even remember me if I had to guess, but nah, this guy's fire. I'm a fan. Then you got Pearl and Ace 11. I think I favor Pearl to win the group, but I actually think Ace 11's not bad. I think he's pretty decent. I think he goes 2-1. And then I don't know what state Aristros is in. So he could go 1-2. He could go 2-1. Or could go fucking 0-3. And then Toxin, I mean, same with him pretty much. Too many question marks. Alright, last group I'm going to talk about Black White. I already talked about my own. Is the Grand Babito, FLCL, Sandcastle, and Badass. Alright, FLCL is probably my favorite. I personally ranked him like 4th or something in the Black White, and I think I had Bab a bit behind him, and then Badass a bit behind him, and then Sandcastle all the way at the box. So, I mean, yeah, that pretty much sums it up. I think FLCL is going to do well. Bab could do well if he brings real teams. They're complete garbage otherwise. And Badass is going to solid 2-1-1-2 no matter what. And Sandcastle probably going to bottom dwell unless Bab loses to him because Bab uses some fuckery. Yeah, no, not a ton of analysis here. Group's kind of whatever to me. Ask for fully. It was fire. You got DPP. I'm probably not gonna do ADV. I'm just tired right now. Shit though. Golden Sun and DPP. Philip August Vey. That's my boy Aug right there. Got some fire in this group. Got some new blood in Vey. Probably a new joint. This guy. 16. Yeah, that's pretty good for DP. Then we got Aug, who's fucking rocking the 07. Phil is rocking the 08, and Golden Sun is rocking the 09. Yeah, like shit, man. These guys been around for a minute. Oh god, this group's old too, man. We got Shake, 09, Tony, 11, Malekith, 09, and Fakes, 11. You see, like these guys been out here for fucking 8+ years as a group wide. Like that's crazy. Anyway, no, though. I mean, I think Phillips' ride favorite besides my boy Og. I'm not gonna comment on, of course. in this group. Golden Sun and Vey, though, they're solid. Golden Sun can play well. He kind of fell apart in the NSPL, but he had some good games before then. I think his style is pretty cool, though. I love how offensive he is. I really enjoy watching Golden Sun play. And Vey, newer player, I really like this dude. Seen him playing around. I think he's kind of fire, but I don't know. It's going to be hard to adjust. I'm not sure how he's going to handle these players, so we'll see. Looking forward to Phil's games in general. It's cool, though. No doubt. Groudon, Somalia, Honor, and Kyogre Fodex. Kyogre Fodex. That's what we're calling him. Yoga Fodex. Okay. Groudon's my boy, but he's real inexperienced in this setting. I mean, his only World Cup game was like as a sub last second. He got fucking trounced. But it was an SM, and like he didn't have mat. It was whatever. You know, that game didn't mean shit. But nah, I mean, hard to say. Somalia could go fucking Somalian suicide in this bitch and just dip or fucking implode and throw. I don't know, but I'd say I favor Honor to win the group. And then I think he probably goes 3-0 and everyone else goes 1-2. But Hyoga can go 2-1. You can potentially take a game off Honor, then both go 2-1, both others go 1-2. It's hard to really say anyone's can go 3 in DPP. I kind of thought about it for Groudon and then Somalia, but like I don't know what state Somalia's at. Somalia can be fire if he's playing well, but nah, I mean, we'll see. It's DPP. You know, there's some flipping going on, if you know what I mean. Anyway, now we got Christos 21, Lake Hens, Deep Blue Sea, and Texas Club. So we got two 2016 joint hits in this DPP. That's kind of funny. And I don't know how Texas plays DPP, but I think Deep Blue Sea is the favorite. That guy's was fire in SPL is solid. I think Lycan's the second best player. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have 3-0 DPC, 2-1 Lycan, and then the winner of Texas versus Christos goes 1-2, loser goes 0-3. Probably, but I think Texas is a slight favorite. Texas ain't bad. He's made playoffs a couple times. He saved Canada's butt last season. Texas is no one to laugh at. Oh, this guy's decent. Not great, but he's decent, you know? And finally, the last group I'm going to cover is Fakes, Malekith, Tony Flygon, and Tsunami. And I just want to say that I would not be surprised at all if Fakes versus Tony Flygon does not happen. Just putting it out there now. But no, I think Hith is a favorite in this group. Shake's probably good for a 1-2-2-1. Same with Fake. And Tony's kind of 1-2-0-3. I mean, Tony's okay. He's not a bad player, contrary to some people's beliefs. But nah, I mean, he doesn't play a ton, and he's kind of in a group with some actual good players. It's kind of ungodly too. Probably gonna see some activity posting. Yeah, but nah, I mean, not enough minutes, but like Fakes, man, is he gonna be able to schedule his games? He fucking totally ignored weeks for our OPL and shit. So you know, we'll wait and see. But no, I mean, looking forward to some good games from this group. Anyway, it's kind of a dinky vid. I know. But now I'm here. I'll hopefully get some World Cup action. Hopefully get some Smug Tour action. Real hyped. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Finch. Peace.